Alright guys, so we're going to kind of look at this project as if it were an actual application we're building for a client. Okay, so for our client is BT Real Estate, and they want an application where they can, have a basic website, but also have the ability to have an admin area where they can add their listings, they can add their realtors, they can connect realtors to listings and all that stuff. So we have a folder here, and you'll have this in your project files called BTRE Resources, and we're going to take a look at what that folder includes. Okay, so it has a couple things. It has an app requirements doc that basically gives us all the specifications and requirements for this project. We have an images folder with all the images. We'll take a look at their logo, and then we have their theme. Okay, so in the next video, we're going to actually dive in and take a look at the whole theme. So it's basically the website with no functionality. Okay, so let's start off with looking at the logo. Okay, so very simple logo. We're going to be using the white version on the website, and then we also have a dark version. Actually, let me put this in a different view. Let's do, let's see, let's go like that. All right, so we actually have a couple files too. We have a PSD, which is a Photoshop file. Don't worry if you don't have Photoshop. It's just a resource. We're not editing their logo or anything. This is the logo PNG, which is the white version, and then we have the dark version. Okay, so in addition to logo, we have images, and there's a couple subfolders. One is site, and if we look in here, we have the showcase image, which is like the main image on the home page. Then we have a building JPEG, which we can use as a background image, which is used as a background image in the theme, and then the about image, which goes on the about page. All right, and then we have realtors. So here we have their team. Basically, it's a 3-person team, Jenny, Kyle, and Mark. So we have images of them. Those will go on the about page. We have, no, we already looked at that. We have homes. So these are the actual listing images. So they have 6 homes that we need to add. And then we have the home inside 1 through 6. These are just inside photos. And we're just going to use these as the inside for all the homes, as opposed to me having 6 different images for every home. Okay, so those are the images. Now let's take a look at the app requirements document. And this is just a doc file, so you'll be able to view it in Windows or Mac or Linux. So basically, this would be like either what the client sends us, or what I would suggest is, if you're dealing directly with clients, is to sit down with them and get the exact requirements, specifications, so you know what you're doing and you guys are on the same page, and they don't try to, say, well, you're supposed to do this or supposed to do this, and they didn't pay you for that. So you need to come to a mutual understanding of what actually goes into the projects. Okay. So we have some front-end pages here. These are the pages we need to create. Again, we have the theme already made for us, and we'll just pretend it was created by a designer or whatever. But we have a home page, about page, listings, single listing, search, register, login, and dashboard. Okay. As far as the design specs, which are already taken care of with the theme, we have the BTRE logo that is to be used on the front end and admin. Okay, when I say front end, I just mean the front-facing website, and then the admin area. Then branding colors, so they have certain blue and green. These are the hexadecimal values. It's mobile-friendly, responsive, and social media icons and contact info should be clearly displayed, and it doesn't have to be fancy but must be clean. So those are the design specs. As far as the functionality, this is the stuff that we have to actually make happen, because right now we're just going to have an empty theme that doesn't do anything. It's just the UI. All right, so they want to be able to manage listings, realtors, contact inquiries, and website users through their admin area. Okay, so they should be able to create, read, update, and delete all of these things here. And then role-based users, so this means that some of the users should be able to be staff and some not. Okay, so most would not, but there should be some staff users that can access the admin area. Display listings and app with pagination. Okay, so they do want pagination as opposed to just having a never-ending page of listings. Ability to set listings to unpublished, so we'll have to figure out a way to have like a checkbox where they can either publish or unpublish a listing that will show on the front end. Search listings by keywords, city, state, bedrooms, and price. So those are the fields that need to be searchable. Some will be input boxes, some will be select lists, and the search should be on the home page as well as on the search page. Okay. List realtors on about page with seller of the month, control via admin. So they want to be able to add and manage realtors in the admin section, right? Well, they want these realtors to also be displayed on the about page. Okay, so we have to do that. And then they want an option of seller of the month. So what we'll do is create a checkbox inside the admin area for seller of the month, and if that seller or that retailer is checked off, then they'll show on the about page as seller of the month. Okay, we also have listing page, should have fields listed below, meaning these down here, and we'll take a look at those in a second. Listing page should have five images with light box. I believe it's actually 6, but we'll get to that. So a light box just means, you know, they want thumbnails, and we should be able to click on it and then have a box open up that shows the larger image. And then this next one, Lightbox, should scroll through images. So they want to be able to like have an arrow that we can click and just scroll through all the images for that listing. Okay, listing page should have a form to submit an inquiry for that listing. So they want every single listing page should have a form where they can put their name and email and contact info and stuff like that. All right, and that form should go to the database. It should also notify the realtors with an email. Okay, so we need to set up some kind of email system. So front end register login to track inquiries, meaning that users should be able to register on the front end website, not as a staff member, not as an admin user, but a regular user, and they can log in, and if they make any inquiries about a property, then they should be able, that will be displayed in their dashboard on the front end. Okay, and then both unregistered and registered users can submit a form, meaning an inquiry. If they're registered and logged in, they should only be able to submit one per listing. Okay, meaning if they're logged in and they submit to, let's say, 55 Main Street, and they try to submit another one for 55 Main Street, it should say, you've already submitted an inquiry for this property. So these are the basic fields they want on the listing page: title, address. Most likely the title will be the address, but we want the ability to choose something else if they want. Price, bedrooms, bathrooms, square feet, lot size, how many garages, the listing date, the realtor of that property, meaning their name and their image, and then a main image and 5 other smaller images with a light box. Okay, and possible future functionality: Google Maps on listing page and buyer testimonials. So this is stuff that's not going to be in the course currently, but I might add later on. All right, so these are all the specifications for the application. So in the next video, we're going to take a look at the theme, and that will give us an even better idea of what we're doing here and what it's going to take to make this happen.